Hello friends, welcome to channel 11 TV. Recently I traveled from London Heathrow to Hyderabad, India. So I would like to share my travel experience along with COVID guidelines rules. First if we want to travel from abroad to India, first we have to prove we are fully vaccinated. Otherwise, we need to have a PCR test which should be done within 72 hours before our travel. So these are the two mandatory documents. Please make sure that we have to prove we are fully vaccinated. Else we need a PCR test for it should be done within 72 hours of travel time. So if we are trying if any kid below 5 years, it's not required any PCR test. Above 5 years, all should have PCR test if they are not fully vaccinated. And the third point is we have to fill online form, self declaration form. Uh, uh, so that's I will show here. That is in there we have to submit all the names and passport details and whether we fully vaccinated or not with the dates also. We have to fill that form with this information. This is mandatory document. Once you landed in India and the checkpoint, they will ask all these documents. Please make sure that when you are planning to travel, you are you are having these documents or not. This is the means every time documents are changed. So this is the documents which I am traveling time. So please make sure that if you are traveling, and please check is there any updates on this. And the Air India, I traveled from Air India, so they helped me a lot. So customer care. So if you are traveling from Air India, you can call them and ask them which documents are mandatory. So when I am traveling, these are the mandatory documents: fully vaccinated certifications documents, and I have filled a self declaration form with the details. And we need a India address and Indian phone number. So to fill that form, so to fill this form, we need our vaccination certification dates when we had a vaccinations. Those dates are required. And if you are don't have, and if you took the PCR test, you need the when you took the PCR test date. So there's this, and we need a permanent India address along with phone number. So these are the mandatory details to fill the Air Suveda form. And better to have all the hard copies of all these documents in your hand instead of phone. When you have soft copies, better to have the hard copies also. So I will go here one by one. I will explain. So I think you are aware of how to I mean, book the tickets. So I booked the ticket from Air India. So here we have the to and from and to and dates. So once you finalize the tickets, and once you book the tickets, and you have to come here Aids with the link. If you check in Google Aids with the link, so I will just copy this one. Aids with the. If you search in Google, it should be somewhere in. So this is the link Air India self reporting from. Here, if you click here, it will come to same link. So since I am travel from Air India, so I checked from Air India website. So here it has the guidelines. So this is the form, and once you website, here we have the Suvidha. So here we have track the application status, fill the self declaration form, edit self. So if you already fill, then you can also edit that. So Since this is the self-declaration form filling. You have to give full name and flight numbers. So that's why once you book the flight, you come here and fill these details and nationality, passport number, and country of departure, date of arrival in India, country of departure. Here you have the details: are you fully vaccinated or not? If yes, then you have to give date of final dose of vaccination. If no, then you have to give the PCR test. So these are the mandatory things to fill this form. And once this is done here, first airport of entry, I mean, which if it is connecting flight in India, then you have to give first airport, first final destination city, and the final destination state. So, and the India mobile number, and final destination pin code. This is the mandatory. So please make sure that the working email phone number are you giving or not, and email ID. So if you are traveling with family, then you can add any means here the passengers details. So these are the mandatory documents. Once you submit, so as I mentioned before traveling, you have to fill this form without fail. Otherwise, in airport they will ask you to fill this form. I don't know, once without filling means once you come here they may ask you to fill online, but better to fill these details because if you don't means if you are not fully vaccinated, you might need to wait in airport to complete the PCR test. So it will take unnecessary time taking. So please make sure. And here also it will ask once you complete and once you submit here, please make sure that don't give wrong details. Once you submit here, it won't accept for edit, even though it is saying edit. You can only edit for the vaccination dates, not for these details. So please make sure that before filling you are 100% giving correct or not. If you have any doubts about this form, please fill another form again. I hope that is not an issue, or you can discuss with the customer care if you have any doubts here. And once you complete this form, and this form is going to be look like this with the details. Once you complete this form, and I think if you are I'm from UK, so NHS is going to be give the vaccination certification. To go to that link, you have to NHS vaccine down this wrong spelling, forget about that. We have to search, you have to log into your NHS website. This is the NHS website to download the COVID passes. Here we have the online form, get NHS COVID pass by online. Other formats, somewhere it should be there. Online, this is the, once you go to that online, I think I'm not having internet. Once you go to that online, it will ask for the your NHS and date of birth. Once you done, then you can download that NHS uh, COVID passes. I will share screenshot how those documents, I mean, COVID pass look like that. Just for when you had a vaccination and what type of vaccination that is and date of that. So once you get download those documents, please take the hard copies of all those along with the self declaration form, and once you go to an airport, they will ask these details very fast. So uh, that's where I'm just mentioning. This information I'm talking about from UK to India. Maybe other countries it might be different. Please bear in mind. I hope I shared all the information. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.